Happy Monday, everybody. Hope your day is full of amazing and excellent things so far. I know Mondays sometimes seem like a drag, but I really think that they're just like any other day. We sometimes overvalue its place on the calendar. I want to begin by mentioning at the end of the video, I'm going to ask a question. So if you feel so inclined, keep your mind set towards the end of those things. But I'll begin by telling a little bit of a story. I don't remember how many graduations I've been to and how many graduation ceremonies I've had the chance to attend, but I know it's a big number. I know there's quite a few of them. And I do, though, remember pretty much the very first one that I think I went to as at least a teenager. And that was the graduation for one of the years of Foothill High School. Our next door neighbor, Jennifer Frankie, was speaking as the valedictorian, I think. But I do remember her speech, and like a lot of graduation speeches, at the end of it, she dumped out a number of pithy and sage pieces of advice, and one of them, for whatever reason, probably because it was a little bit funny, has stuck with me since that day. And I thought maybe you might get a little joy from it too. That is, she closed her speech after all the great and flowery things she either learned or read or wanted to share with all of us. She told us that it was always important for us to remember to never eat yellow snow. And that's a little silly, of course, but certainly sage advice. And I think it's a good stepping stone to a couple of things that I thought were worthy to share today. The first thing being that a lot of times when we're young, people will tell us, and we get latched into this idea, that those young days are the best days of our lives. I want to tell you that that's not exactly true. In fact, it's a shift in our thinking will help us better prepare ourselves for the future. If we tell ourselves that these are the best days to prepare for the best days of our lives, I think we'll do better in understanding our situation and the challenges before us, because when we're young, we're making preparation for a very long endeavor. If the Lord grants us the opportunity, we'll have many more years after school and after high school and after college than we do while we're there. So try to make a change in your sensibilities to how you see things, and tell yourself, these aren't the best days of my life. They might be wonderful, fun, and amazing, but I'm going to use them to prepare for two types of days that are better than today. And the first one is the day in which the Lord shall return. And that's going to be an amazing day, and we certainly should be preparing for that. So I want to encourage you to think that's a better day. And I'll tell you this, you don't know the wonderful days you're going to see in the future. Sure, we'll have some bad ones, there's no doubt about that. But you'll be able to potentially see the day in which you meet your spouse, the day in which you step forward and make a declaration that you believe that Jesus is the Christ and you want to join into his kingdom. There's so much potential. And I see Neil's jumping in with his Canadian comments. I got to tell you on the side note, I love all my Canadian friends and brethren. I do not understand how they could survive life with bag milk. Maybe they can explain it to me later. But that's the first piece of advice I'd give you. The second one's really simple. Jesus, in his great Sermon on the Mount, he declared to us something that I try to remember. Sometimes I forget. That's to seek ye first the kingdom of God. A lot of times we kind of put that on the back burner and don't always give it the place that it needs. But I want to tell you that's really important. It's really, really important for us to make sure that in what we're doing, God's kingdom and Christ come first. So that question I asked about at the very beginning, now I'm going to jump here at the end. And that's really simple. If you have some great advice you've heard over the years, now's the time to jump into those comments below here and share it. Now, there might be some folks who need it, who need to hear it. And I'm sure you have more wisdom than I do. Over the years, one thing I've always tried to do is to find people who have lived different experiences I have, particularly in my case, those who preach, and ask them, if you could tell me one piece of advice that I need to know, what is it? And so that's my question to you. If there's one piece of advice that you wanted to share with someone today, put that below in the comments and we'll try to share it, and maybe in a future video I'll be able to summarize some of those things and share it at another time. But you have a great day. You have a great opportunity that the Lord has given to you to make an amazing thing happen. And I want to tell you, you're amazing. The kingdom is amazing. And think about what you, God's kingdom, and God himself can do together. Have a great day.